Good afternoon and Salam Malaysia Madani. I'm Shuhaida Arifin and you're watching Updates at Noon. Making the headlines today. Prime Minister calls for MOF's application of strict governance. Over 42,000 flood victims are displaced in 3 states. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim wants the Ministry of Finance MOF to uplift its dignity and be feared for its strict principles of governance. Speaking at the Ministry's monthly assembly today, Datuk Seri Anwar, who's also Finance Minister, said staff of the Ministry should carry out their task strictly, including terms of procurement and distribution of allocation.
Dari segi pengagihan peruntukan dan sebagainya dan memantau supaya kewangan, prinsip kewangan itu lebih telus, dan kerana ini saya jadikan ini satu mission besar memerangi segala penyalahgunaan kuasa dan penyelewengan, dan apapun yang disebut saya tak kira pekerjaan ataupun pembangkang yang cuba melekehkan hal ini. Saya nak beritahu bahawa ini hal serius dalam soal governance dalam negara. Kalau kita tak betul-betul keras, kita akan gagal.
The MOF staff, he said, should not allow any malpractice to happen, like cheating and taking advantage of contracts for personal gains. The Premier also expressed hope for the MOF to emerge as a strong ministry in terms of governance, intelligence and commitment. Over in the Dewan Rakyat, the Prime Minister revealed that political stability and clear policies has made Amazon Web Services AWS choose Malaysia as its base. Datuk Seri Anwar said discussions on AWS investment began since 2019, but the giant digital company agreed to invest in Malaysia after the formation of the unity government.
Ini perundingan itu sejak 2019, Disember 2019 dimulakan rundingan dan diteruskan, dan Amazon menunggu sehingga mereka percaya kepada satu pentadbiran politik yang stabil dengan dasar dan arahan yang jelas, dan ini yang menyebabkan akhirnya mereka menghubungi kami dan menyatakan kerana politik yang stabil dan dasar ekonomi yang jelas menyebabkan Amazon memilih Malaysia sebagai pangkalan mereka.
Elaborating further, the Prime Minister said the next step would be to focus on bringing in foreign investments, and towards that end, the government will identify the best methods to bring investment. However, Datuk Seri Anwar stressed the importance of being transparent and adhere to the regulation as the government's priority. The Economic Ministry will finalise energy transition roadmap within 3 months from now. According to its Minister Rafizi Ramli, the roadmap will also translate the national energy policy to energy transition project that will be led by large, medium-sized and small companies.
Dia membantu untuk mewujudkan peluang-peluang pekerjaan di dalam sektor ini, kerana peluang pekerjaan dalam sektor ini adalah berteknologi tinggi dan ini adalah bidang masa depan. Seperti mana sebelum ini dunia memberi tumpuan contohnya kepada ekonomi digital. Kalau sebelum itu, kalau di Malaysia, bentuk-bentuk kerja yang menawarkan gaji yang tinggi adalah dalam bidang oil and gas contohnya. Bidang masa depan yang akan menawarkan gaji yang tinggi adalah dalam bidang teknologi hijau.
He added that there is an increased need to comply with global green standards, and Malaysian industry players must meet the green requirements and standards to remain competitive as a trading nation. Malaysia has officially joined the Asia Zero Emission Community, an energy bloc made up from countries such as Japan, Australia and other ASEAN countries except for Myanmar. This is the latest initiative to spearhead energy transition from hydrocarbon to clean and renewable energy source. Speaking on another matter, Rafizi said Initiative Pendapatan Rakyat (IPR), which is among the government's strategic steps to beat food outside the home inflation component, has 22,319 verified users registered in just a week after its launching. The Economic Minister said this is a good indicator and motivate his ministry to implement the initiative wholeheartedly for the benefit of the rakyat.
Jadi dalam tempoh seminggu, saya ingat itu satu permulaan yang baik. Kerana sasaran kita ialah untuk mencapai 100,000 orang dalam masa setahun. Sudah tentu yang mendaftar ni kita kena tapis, kita kena padankan. Tapi kalau dalam tempoh seminggu, dia sudah mencapai 22,319 orang pengguna sah berdaftar. Itu bagi saya adalah satu galakan yang baik juga kepada kementerian saya bahawa kita ada peluang untuk betul-betul melaksanakan ini dengan meluas dan berjaya.
Rafizi said 52% of the total users registered for Insan initiative, while the Intan and Ihsan initiative recorded 29% and 19% respectively. He said the highest registered users were from Selangor, followed by Johor and Perak. The minister added that the focus is now to boost the number of participants from other states with high number of vulnerable groups. The discussion on the matter will be conducted by the ministry together with elected representatives and relevant agencies. The Ministry of Domestic Trade and Cost of Living (KPDN) will organise Rahmah Raya outfit sales to allow vulnerable groups to buy new attire for Aidilfitri celebration at affordable price. According to its Minister, Datuk Seri Salahuddin Ayub, the sale will kick off on 24th March with one prominent clothing wholesaler voicing out its intention to participate in the program.
Satu perkara yang saya perhatikan, mereka walau nak buat jualan murah, jualan ramah pun, mereka tak compromise tentang kualiti, tentang material kain. Begitu juga saya dengar tadi daripada syarikat gedung yang ternama ini. Mereka bincang tadi, mereka tak nak jual ramah itu, tapi kainnya itu nanti dipertikaikan.
He was met during the launching of Rahmah Raya Aeon Putrajaya yesterday. Commenting on the event, the minister said Aeon will offer more than 30 selected products with low prices and also Rahmah menus at RM4.90. Meanwhile, Datuk Seri Salahuddin said about 30 hypermarkets in the country have taken part in the Payung Rahmah initiative since it was launched last January. Through the Payung Rahmah initiative, the B40 group can save up to RM24 when buying 12 types of basic goods at hypermarkets participating in the program. He said that the encouraging response from hypermarkets will help the government to address the rising cost of living among the B40 households and hardcore poor.
Hampir semua hypermarket ialah yang boleh kita sebut adalah Maidin, Econsafe, Lotus, Yonko, Yonbig, NSK, 99 Speedmart dan Econsafe, Sabasun dan ramailah.
The Payung Rahmah initiative, which was implemented to reduce the cost of living among the low-income group, includes Menu Rahmah Meals, Rahmah Sales Program and Rahmah Package. Touching on Menu Rahmah initiative, Datuk Seri Salahuddin expressed his gratitude to stall and restaurant operators that continue to retain their food quality despite being sold at RM5 and below. Over 300 food entrepreneurs and restaurant owners in Selangor has joined the Menu Rahmah initiative. The state now has the highest number of participants since its emancipation last January. According to State KPDN Director Muhammad Zuhairi Matradi, to date, over 200 premises have included a menu rahmah, while another 100 will do so in the nearest future.
Pemantauan memang dijalankan oleh pegawai-pegawai penguatkuasa KPDN. Kita jalankan pemeriksaan setiap hari. Jadi saya memang telah arahkan pegawai-pegawai saya untuk singgah di semua restoran ini, memastikan bahawa hidangan dia bersesuaian dengan spirit menu rahmahnya, iaitu berkhasiat dan kualitinya tidak kurang daripada makanan yang biasa ditawarkan.
He was met at the Menu Rahmah program on Selangor State level in Shah Alam. The ceremony was launched by Selangor State Exco Muhammad Zawawi Ahmad Mukni. The number of evacuees at the three states hit by flood has dropped slightly, with 42,909 people still at 234 relief centres as of 8 a.m. today. In Johor, the number has dropped to 39,620 people in 9 districts from 40,129 victims yesterday, following the closure of 16 PPS last night. According to the State Disaster Management Committee JPBN, the flood situation in Segamat district was improving, but there was an increase in the number of evacuees in Batu Pahat, Muar and Tangkak districts. In Batu Pahat, there are still 22,209 flood victims, followed by Muar with 5,094 people and Segamat with 4,036 people. The current flood in Johor has so far claimed the lives of 5 people, with the latest involving a woman who was reported missing after her car was swept away by flood currents in Mersing. Her body was found inside her vehicle late yesterday. Meanwhile, in Pahang, the JPBN Secretariat reported no change in the number of flood victims in the state since yesterday, with 2,684 people still at the PPS. The victims comprise 2,671 people at 18 PPS in Rompin and the remaining at PPS in Marand. In Melaka, the number of flood victims increased slightly to 605 people from 593 people at 8 p.m. yesterday. Coming up next, Cybersecurity Malaysia to review social media security policies. Stay tuned. A regulation or guideline is being studied to ensure the security of social media applications and devices used by civil servants, especially among administrative officers, to protect government secrets. Communications and Digital Minister Fahmi Fazil said Cybersecurity Malaysia CSM has been asked to scrutinise several aspects relating to security issues involving the use of social media applications at all government offices and agencies.
Kerana kita tidak mahu satu berlaku apa-apa pelanggaran terhadap Akta Rahsia Rasmi contohnya. Kerana seringkali bila pejabat awam bertugas, kita berdepan dengan keadaan di mana dokumen-dokumen yang kita pegang mungkin bersifat terkelas. Jadi aspek keselamatan itu sangat penting.
He added the ministry will also look into filming for social media content to ensure that the filming will only be allowed at certain places. Fahmi said after CSM completed their evaluation, his ministry will conduct discussions with other ministries and agencies. Kuala Lumpur and New Delhi will strengthen its cooperation in digital economic field. Through this end, Fahmi said the focus now will be to develop access network to the last 3% of populated areas. He added wider access will benefit the economy and indirectly open the opportunity for locals to penetrate into domestic market.
Sektor yang paling menarik dan saya rasa paling berpotensi ialah ekonomi digital ataupun digital economy. So fintech dan sektor ini bagi saya sangat mustahak. Itulah kenapa bagi saya sebagai Menteri Komunikasi dan Digital, perkara yang perlu kita lakukan di Malaysia ialah melengkapkan jaringan akses bagi 3% yang terakhir dan menyelesaikan masalah akses yang dihadapi, quality of service, kualiti perkhidmatan bagi 97% kawasan berpenduduk yang lain.
Aside from digital ecosystem, the bilateral relation between the two countries, which is now entering its 65th year, has also come under limelight. The minister was met at the 19th ASEAN-India Summit in Kuala Lumpur. On another matter, Fahmi called on the Communications and Digital Ministry KKD staff to adopt a new work culture by serving as ambassadors at the grassroots level to help solve people's problems, especially communication and internet issue. Fahmi said KKD staff should have an attitude of wanting to find out problems facing the people, and if the issues were related to the ministry, they should volunteer to help.
Sebagai contoh, ke mana-mana saja kita pergi sekarang ni, kita akan cek line telefon kita, internet kelajuan dia berapa. Jadi ini yang kita minta warga Kementerian Komunikasi dan Digital budayakan. So di mana saja kita berada, kita test line tu, dan sekiranya dia tak berapa elok, kita maklumkan kepada pihak SKMM untuk segera diselesaikan. Inilah yang boleh kita anggap sebagai duta ataupun wakil kementerian di peringkat akaumi untuk kita faham dan segera selesaikan. Kalau boleh, janganlah sampai rakyat ada warga yang menghantar komplain kata tempat ini tak ada line, internet down dan sebagainya, tapi kita mengambil inisiatif. Oh, kita tahu dulu dan kita usaha untuk selesaikan segera.
Still to come in sports, JDT triumph in Paroi Golf Fiesta. Stay with us. The 2023 Asian Track Cycling Championships ACC 2023 to be held at the National Velodrome in Nilai from 14 to 19 June has attracted more than 30 countries. ACC Honorary Vice President Dato' Abu Sama Abdul Wahab in a statement said the response for the championship was very encouraging since only 22 countries participated in the 2018 championship hosted at the same venue. He said that the increased participation was because participants would be vying for merit points to qualify for the 2024 Paris Olympics. Dato' Abu Samah also confirmed that Olympic silver medalist Dato' Muhammad Azizul Hasni Awang and Muhammad Shafridau Shahrom will be taking part in the event, and their participation would certainly attract riders from powerhouses like Japan, South Korea, Iran, Hong Kong and China. He, who is also the ASEAN Cycling Association ACE president, believes the dates and merit points offered to the Olympics by the International Cycling Union UCI will hoist the ACC 2023 as a premier cycling event this year. Johor Darul Takzim JDT replicated an English Premier League result last night between Liverpool and Manchester United, where Liverpool won 7-0 by whipping Negeri Sembilan FC 7-0 in a Super League match at the Tunku Abdul Rahman Stadium in Paroi last night. The goals galore began when Fernando Martin Forestieri finished off a free kick from Leandro Velasquez in the 21st minute. Though Negeri Sembilan pulled up their socks after the goal, there was no stopping JDT from scoring their second through Diego Luis Santos in the 41st minute. A penalty in the 49th minute from Fernando Martin dashed NSFC hopes and opened the floodgates, with last season's most valuable player, Arif Aiman Muhammad Anafi, finishing off a fine pass from Diego in the 53rd minute. NSFC's nightmare did not end there when Laver Corbin Ong made it 5-0 in the 67th minute when he powered in a thundering header from close range. The goal feast continued in the 74th minute when André Dos Santos made it 6-0, and just when the Negeri fans thought their misery was over, Corbin Ong punished a defensive slap in the 88th minute to make it 7-0. Alright, so that ends updates at noon. Wrapping up with a reminder of our top story. Prime Minister calls for MOF application of strict governance. Tune in to news at 10 coming up at 10 p.m. on saluran Berita RTM. Till then, I'm Shuhaida Arifin. Stay tuned to TV2 and Salam Malaysia Madani.